We all know him very well. The organizing committee decided to do it in that way so that we can have the presentation from two different perspectives. That's why we have it like that. So you've listened to the first perspective, you are going to listen to the second perspective. That's why we make sure we make available two big elephants to do justice to the team. So we are going to have the second lecture now. But permit me to use this medium to acknowledge the provost. There is difference between when you heard somebody is like this and when the person proved it to you. I've heard a lot about him. They said health information is baby department as far as College of Health Science for Karafi is concerned. Anything that has to do with health information management, you always make sure he's there, he gets it done, and make available every necessary thing. Despite our short notice and his tight schedule, he still deeming fit to be in our midst. Sir, we really appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir. May God Almighty continue to uplift you, guide you, and bless you more, sir. Thank you so much. Permit me to welcome the second speaker, our father, one of our board members, the HOD National Hospital, Malam Mr. Al-Aji Abdulrazak Adiu. You are highly welcome.
We are this afternoon also to present the same topic which Dr. Basir has elegantly presented. In fact, he has won my heart. If I have capacity, I would have awarded him Fellow of Health Records and Government. Because if somebody has done well, it doesn't matter where it's coming from. You have to give it to him. That is the way it should be. He speaks today clearly prove that healthcare delivery system is a teamwork. Is it really a teamwork? It is, but in practice, it's not. And okay, it's done. Well, everything I said, Doctor has been saying all these things. I think they have been saying it, and I want to challenge them now that all these beauty have been saying about how to get quality data, the right information, the usefulness. I think it's in their hand. We have to move from talk and go to walk the talk. So let me go. Well, I begin with the introduction. The healthcare delivery system has been built around 6 pillars which WHO has put healthcare delivery into, and the first one is service delivery. Second one is health workforce. We have health information system, access to essential medicine, financing and leadership and governance. If you look at these 6 pillars of healthcare delivery system critically, the number 3 of the pillar is health information system. Do anybody even see it as a pillar in healthcare delivery system? The answer is no. Now, we have 3 major challenges in healthcare delivery system. The first one is inadequate human resources, which stand at 3.29%. The second one is inadequate budgetary allocation to health. This stands at 30%. and poor leadership and management. These three challenges is there. All of us have seen it, and it's a problem. With these challenges, how can we get confidence of the patient when they are there to work against the confidence and trust the patient have in the healthcare delivery system? Why is it so? Because the Nigeria healthcare delivery system has been bedeviled with what? Maladministration, dwindling budgetary provision, and this are what is causing poor indices that's been reported and been ascribed to the country. Anywhere you go, they will say Nigeria is 181 out of 187 countries. That means we are a little bit above 6 countries throughout the world. That's how our healthcare delivery stands. Then we have poor and improper health records management in our health facilities. No doubt everyone is aware of this. There is inability to retrieve the patient records as at when due. Why? Things are not provided, leading to longer patient waiting time, sometimes cause avoidable deaths, largely responsible for poor indices. Now, loss of patient confidence in Nigeria can be better imagined when you look at all these things we have mentioned. But how can you restore the confidence? Restoring through implementation of effective health record service may be the stepping stone and the right step in the right direction. Looking at effective health record services is not the only solution to restore the confidence of the patient back to the healthcare system in Nigeria. But for the purpose of this discussion, you have narrowed it down that, okay, using the instrumentality of effective health record service, can we restore the confidence of patients back to health? I think that's what you mean. And I have told you this is the stepping stone and the right step that we are taking. Because if only we are able to get effective health record service right, then we might secure the confidence. But it's more than that. Despite all the strategic planning, framework, structure, struggle, meeting, policy in Nigeria, what do we have? We still have lack of coordination, fragmentation of services. Primary health care is not related with secondary is not related with tertiary. Everybody is fragmented. Doctors are not speaking to nurses are not speaking to health records are not speaking to lab, pharmacy is doing its own. So we have fragmented services. Where is the confidence coming from? Can we have it? Then there are no even resources to cope with supplies. Demand is increasing, but where are the resources to meet up with the supply? The inadequate and decaying infrastructure. Go to the hospital, you see what you find there. Then inequality in resources distribution. Access to care and very deplorable quality of care is everywhere. No adequate and functional surveillance and tracking system to monitor the outbreak of diseases. We are all doing fire brigade approach to our health challenges. Our disease burden is weighing us down because no attempt to really plan to respond to emergency. It's only when we have problem, we will wait until we see problem. We will now be moving up and down. So you said, has told us that Nigeria, some of the worst African country that have is having the faster growth in the population, and we have the worst health indices, and our population growth stand at 3.2. We have life birth of 5.5. We are very fertile population, and nobody is making effort to do something to arrest the body. Now, secondary and primary level of care have been reduced to mere consulting clinics. They consult, they go and buy drug outside. There's no place to even admit. No drugs. The patients continue moving up and down. Now, sometimes they even ask the patient to go and buy exercise books at their own folder. So we discover a huge gap between money expended and the facility on ground, and nobody is talking. Now, essential of effective health records. Well, what is an essential service? Is health record really an essential service? If yes, why is it an essential service? Well, essential means absolute necessary. When something is absolutely necessary and very important things that you cannot do without, that's what they say is an essential. All health services that can be obtainable in healthcare delivery system are essential. Nursing services, health record services, clinical services, store, cleaning services. All are essential services because they are being categorized as such. Now, what is health records? Health records are the documents that explain all the details about the patient's history, clinical findings, diagnostics results, pre- and post-operative care, patient progress, and medication. If written correctly, it will support the doctor about the correctness of treatment is given. And this is suffice to say that a good health record serves the interest of the management, the medical practitioner, as well as his patient. It is therefore very important for the treating doctor to properly document the management of the patient under his care. Let's look at essentiality of health records. I have brought about some scholars' opinions what make health records essential. And I started with the Medical Protection Society. The society said good quality medical records are essential component of safe and effective health care. Good medical records are essential for the continuity of care. They are vital for defending a complaint or clinical negligence claim and provide a window on the clinical judgment being exercised at time. Now, they said the presence of complete, up-to-date, and accurate medical records can make all the difference to the outcome of care. Record maintenance is the only source of the truth, far more reliable than memory, and the only way for the doctor to prove that the treatment was carried out properly. All of us, we remember the story of Sister McTaffis in Glasgow that was sent to jail. She was a nurse and she administered insulin injection on a patient. A patient died, and when the postmortem was conducted, it was discovered that the insulin was flowing in the bloodstream of the patient. They now concluded that overdose of insulin injection was given. But the record that will have proved to the nurse that gave the insulin injection, it was not documented. When he was sent out to jail, and when he was going, as he was about entering the Black Maria, he was telling the people surrounding him, "Hey, sister, sorry." He said, "No, that I was sent out to jail not because I am not competent as a nurse, but because I failed to document
the dosage of insulin I gave. I think with this, if we had this lecture here, we all have realized the importance of health records. If it is not documented, it's not done. If there are no evidence, there's no proof. Health records contain valuable patient information which makes health professionals have obligation to keep this record confidential. The medical records are fundamental part of doctor duties in providing patient care. I deliberately brought this scholar's opinion so that the issue of health records as a tool to restore confidence in healthcare delivery system will not be seen as that of health information management practitioner. Because if you look at the surface, effective health record is providing. Is provided for who? Majorly is in three forms. It's either management use it, doctor use to defend themselves, or the patient use it to get the best possible care. So therefore, we should harmon it. And the last one is the most important database of health treatment of the patient, which anybody can refer to. There are no other source of reference that as robust as health records of the patient. So therefore, keeping records enhance the pleasure of the search and finding order and meaning in this event. Historical gap is created due to missing records. Don't you know? Historical gap is created due to missing written records. I didn't want to bore with scholars' opinions again. Now, what about effective health record service? Effective health record service is the provision of expected or intended health record service that will influence better outcome of care. That's effective health record service. The rendering or provision of effective health record service in healthcare delivery system is the responsibility of every health professional contributing to the patient records. Health record service cannot be really effective if all the stakeholders involved are not seeing it as their responsibility. Because do your part, I will do my own. This involves proper documentation, and this starts with health information manager, because you initiate the records for other contributor to contribute. Your duty is to initiate. Why initiating your records? The record you are initiating should have unique identity. Any record that does not contain unique identity is lost record. That's dead on arrival. So record has to be uniquely identified. Availability and accessibility. If record is uniquely identified, that will drag availability and accessibility. Then you ensure easy retrieval. Now this starts from curation to disposition. This guy, Pickett in 2012, has advised us that if you want effective health records, then following these tips. The first one he mentioned is unique identity. Second one is the record has to be complete, consistent, and comprehensive. Not only that, it has to be chronologically arranged in terms of content, then easily available and accessible on demand. Originality of content. Then sufficient information to justify the means. This is what we refer to contain sufficient information to justify the treatment and the caregiving. Then continue. That record has to be continuous. Disjointed records cannot be effective. You can see doctor does not have memory of their patient unless the record connect them with memory. You understand? They are human being. Memory is always short, but record always reminds them. Now, this guy also now said that if you want effective health record, what are you going to do? Is now say all health professionals that are contributing to the patient's health records, when they are writing, they should write clearly, write legibly. Don't say because I'm a doctor, you want to read handwriting of doctor easily. You think it's easy? No, you write clearly and legibly. Other people will be able to read your handwriting, and there is have to be objective. This is to avoid unnecessary defense. When a consultant write on patient folder, he has to be the person defending himself. This is what I have written here. This is what I have done here. This is what I have done here. Then it's not the record is not clearly written. Then number 2, capture the detail of the patient, date and time. The day, that one is date and time, including other relevant and up-to-date patient information. You see why time of documenting patient is important. It's equally to avoid problem, litigation. So if you don't put the date and time, then when a request is coming, I remember a particular case, this the former DG of NAFDAC, Professor Akuili, when his life was threatened, they arrested some people. The day they were supposed to appear in court, one of the culprits quickly came to National Hospital to attend to be seen by doctors, and the court they send medical reports from National Hospital to the court. Court now ask CMD to confirm whether this person was actually admitted yesterday in emergency at what time. The only department responsible for this is health records. Of course, we are summoned. By the time we look at our register, the patient only spent 2 hours in the hospital, and he was even asked to sit down while they are attending to critically emergency cases. So, and what CMD received is signal from the filler, not the usual letter. You can see it's a kind of top secret communication. So they just thank us when we established that, and they responded. So you can see why time is important while you are documenting. Not only health record, even doctors, nurses, when you are documenting, put time. This one will save your head in time of reckoning. Then you have to avoid abbreviation. Don't abbreviate, especially abbreviations that are not standard. Abbreviations that are standard, everybody is aware. But in your own way, this is your own style of writing, don't abbreviate. Do not alter an entry or disguise an addition to avoid being charged for forgery or suppression of records. Avoid unnecessary comments to prevent litigation. Check dictated letter and notes to confirm your opinion on the affected case. This affected doctors will ask their registrar, senior registrar, to write medical report on their behalf. It's okay, bring it, let me sign. You sign. By the time letter call for investigation, you don't know whether to even disown it or to now blame your registrar. So it's a failure of not checking. So we have to check report to be sure of the case you are reporting about, because it has happened the case note that was retrieved for the patient, for the doctor, is not the case note of the patient that requested for medical report, and did not look at it, write the report, pass it to the secretariat, different name on the report, different things, and the same name, different content, and the doctor did not know until when they asked for they have to investigate. Now you have to be familiar with existing data protection laws. If you don't familiarize yourself with what law are saying about data and information protection, you cannot release things anyhow. You cannot say because it's his wife he can have access to the records. How many wives will have approached the hospital, want to know the sperm fertility of the husband, and how many husbands will have approached the hospital to want to know the fertility situation of the wife? There are laws guiding that each patient in the hospital, they are an entity on their own. Nobody relates with other. Everybody come with his own name. Husband, wife, they are separate, they are different entities, they are not related. So keep medical records secure to avoid breach of confidentiality. You have to ensure availability and retrieval. Confidentiality is our watchword. I don't want to waste more time on that. Then train staff and review the record keeping system to ensure availability and accessibility. You cannot always be sitting down and saying we can't get the record, the library is congested, record are not available. You have to review your system to make sure that records are always available and accessible. There are difference between availability and accessibility. Record can be available and it's not accessible. If you are finding it difficult to retrieve, you are seeing it on the set, but it's difficult to get it. It's like data that you have not organized. They are available, but you have not really organized them to be accessible. Then use a medical transcription service during ward round to ensure availability. Sometimes doctor has many things to put down for the patient, but because of the long handwriting, they just summarize. You can as well use transcriptionist device, dictaphone. You dictate everything there, and by the time you plug it to digital device, it will put it on the screen for you. So you have documented the record by your voice. Only just change your voice to transcription. Then restoring confidence in healthcare delivery system. How do we do that? I still brought the issue of this WHO. In also restoring is to bring back or reestablish previous rights, practice or situation, or repair or renovate. That's why you are building a work. Well, when you are restoring, you see even the right work in Nigeria healthcare delivery system, because the word restoring is that, I don't know, well, maybe in the 60-70 we have had confidence of patients in Nigeria healthcare delivery system before, but for the past 30 years or so, can we say we really have confidence of people in Nigeria health delivery system? So, well, I agree with you that we are restoring. Maybe I've had it before, we want to now bring it back. Okay, I agree with you. What about the confidence? Confidence is the feeling or belief that one can have faith in or rely on the someone or something. Well, we are feeling that our healthcare division is not serving us right. We cannot rely upon it. So, and we are trying our efforts here. Let's see whether we can change the mind of people and see how we can bring their confidence back. Well, what are we going to do? We have to restore. We need to know what was right before and what we have done to wrong the right, and learn good lesson to bring it back or restore it. So what we are not doing right is the way our system has been organized because of lack of political and administrative will. That is even the major issue that's affecting the health system, and people lost confidence in Nigeria healthcare delivery system. If we are talking about confidence, bringing confidence back, what are we bringing back to service for? Is it not quality of healthcare we are talking about? If healthcare is actually of qualitative, there is going to be confidence. People will be satisfied. Therefore, brought the quality of healthcare for us to know what we term as quality of healthcare. So, especially patient safety is essential to creating trust in healthcare service. When the trust is lost, the confidence cannot be sustained. Because if there is no quality of healthcare involves safety and prompt delivery of service. Now, if you cannot get this, then automatically you lose the confidence. And when the trust is lost, then the confidence cannot be sustained. This is what we are trying to say here. Then WHO has now helped us and told us that, look, if you want to build quality of healthcare, you need to build culture of transparency, engagement and openness about results. And what is culture of transparency? This can be only achieved through adequate information process and record keeping. That's the only way. Because if you are talking about transparency of anything, it has to be documented as to what is this, what is that, everybody is seeing it. Then, and this will bring about proper collection, management and use of information within healthcare system. Will determine the system effectiveness in detecting health problem, defining priority, identifying innovative solutions, and allocating resources to improve health outcome. Quality of health care is the extent to which health care services provided to individual and patient population improve. Quality of health care is the extent to which health care services provided to individual and patient population improve desired outcome, and that in order to achieve this, what do we need? Healthcare must be safe, effective, timely, efficient, equitable, and people-oriented. Which of these measurements of quality of healthcare Nigeria healthcare system comply with? No, let's look at which of it. Is it safe? Is it effective? Is it timely? Is it efficient? Is it equitable? Is it people-oriented? To me, none. Quality health care is more than just giving care. It also involves value for money and satisfactory service. That's why we now refer quality of health care as doing the right thing for the right patient at the right time in the right way to achieve the best possible result. So, in my own opinion, measurement of quality of healthcare service using all the enumerated metrics is only possible if and when there is provision and maintenance of effective health record service in healthcare facilities. As we have seen, the situation of the healthcare delivery system in Nigeria is worrisome. The situation is worrisome such that majority of people do not have confidence in the system and have lost trust in the service. What are the consequences of this? Anybody? When people lost confidence in healthcare delivery system, you realize that the poor consult the traditional healers. and the rich, they travel abroad to go and heal themselves, thereby abandoning our own healthcare delivery system. Is that the best way to do? The loss of confidence in Nigeria healthcare delivery system might not be unconnected with inaccessibility of care, lack of proper record keeping, absence of quality of care, and longer patient sites, mortuary and canteen. So you move from pillar to pole before you bring fold out of the patient. So paper versus electronics. So which one serve us better? We'll see it. So I think we should be thinking of this. Now, to restore confidence now is to improve quality of healthcare. So if our quality of healthcare is improved, then confidence will be restored. And what are we going to do? WHO has given us 7 interventions to restore confidence. Number 1 is changing clinical practice at the front line. Clinical practice at the front line. More time are spent in clinical meeting where patients are waiting in the hospital. Majorly, patients already born with, I don't know when I'm going to get my records. And when eventually, luckily, get records, then they are waiting for doctors. They are doing clinical meeting or they have not come. So we have to change the way we do clinical service. Sometimes you come to the front desk, you didn't see health record officer, and patients are waiting. Sometimes nurses are not there. So all of us, we have to change our clinical practice, setting standards, so that we can be able to measure what is good from what is bad. Then engaging and empowering patient, family and community with their information. We have to engage them. It's when you engage them, they know you care for them. Because if you are looking at only clinical manifestation to treat your patient, you realize that you are changing drug regimen every visit of the patient if you don't engage patient to really know underlying cause that might be responsible. The use of continuous quality improvement program and method, establishing performance-based incentive, that is financial and non-financial, legislation and regulation. And I added my own. There should be teamwork, which is almost zero. The mutual respect. So we stop it looking down on people. So God has made everybody to pick up whatever profession you have found yourself. Let's have respect ourselves. You understand? That teamwork can only be there and can build a good teamwork when there is mutual respect. Then the confidence will be built. Don't you know that the patients are looking at all of us? So they scatter out, they cannot come and stay there. So let's put our house together. Health care delivery system and effective health record service. So this one, we want to look at health care delivery system and effective health record service. How is it going to work out? Well, it's going to work out because of what I've told you about health care, about health record service. That the importance of effective health record service to health care delivery system can no longer be emphasized. Why? Because he has told us all the making of information available, evidence-based, memory refreshing, all these things will make effective health record service, health care delivery system to be robust, and patients can now have confidence in what we do. And we cannot do this without having a good and functional health record service. And you should know this department will say health records service. The primary objective is the provision of patient medical record in a timely manner to different hospital units in order to assist clinicians, allied health professionals, and other hospital staff in the provision of quality care to patients. The department has become an essential department in every hospital which provide multiple services not only to patients but also to running a hospital efficiently and play a key role in health promotion and patient care quality. Comprehensive and accurate medical records empower healthcare professionals to treat patients to the best of their ability. To diagnose and treat patients effectively, care providers need adequate clinical information, rapidly changing medical evidence base. We are talking about investigation results. All this we need department to organize and provide them for us, and provider orders guiding the process of patient care, which constitutes the content of health record. All these things we are mentioning, they are what we refer to as content of health records. Where the concern now is the security and confidentiality of this record. If health record is this important, then what about its security and confidentiality? This is what is eroding the trust and confidence of the patient. Because patients know their information may not be secure, the confidentiality may be at stake, their privacy may be infringed. So therefore, you really need to be on top of what you own, and you have got to be on top of your record keeping. Imagine one day if a major bank is taken down and the records are all gone. This person is the person that said this. I'm now telling you today, imagine one day you just wake up, all records in Abu Chika are all gone. What are you going to do? Then we have to be on top of our job. Then there's no success where there's no secret. If you cannot maintain confidentiality, then you cannot sustain the confidence. Therefore, there is no success where there are no secrets. Then my recommendation: to ensure effective health record service that will restore confidence in Nigeria healthcare delivery system, I recommend that health record department should be well structured and staffed in order to provide effective health record services. Deployment of electronic medical records should be considered to solve the problem of storage, misfiling, mislaying, and missing case notes. Training and retraining of healthcare providers, not only health records. We have to train all healthcare professionals so that they know the importance of health record. Especially the health records professional, doctors and nurses, or the need to accord high priority to health records in view of the importance to patients, care, and care providers. Establishment of effective tracing and tracking system to be able to give account of all patient records. Provision of adequate security to ensure the safety and enhance the confidentiality of patient records. Enforcement of policy and procedures on records through information release and retention. Considering information contained in health records as one of the resources required to produce healthcare services. Because here you consider information in the patient records as one of the resources you need to produce healthcare delivery as a product. Then the library will be located in a good place. It will be well taken care of. It will be air conditioned so that record life can be sustained. Then while recommending EMR, I am recommending EMR because of this statement of these two giants. You can see John Porter said, with tens of thousands of patients dying every year from preventable medical errors, it is imperative that we embrace available technologies and drastically improve the way medical records are handled and processed. 2. This George Bush said, by computerizing health records, we can avoid dangerous medical mistakes, reduce costs, and improve care. In conclusion, Nigeria health care delivery system is not properly organized and coordinated. It lacks efficiency and effective service, thereby causing loss of confidence. To restore the confidence in the sector is the responsibility of everybody, and this depends on a number of factors earlier enumerated. Effective health record service can be accomplished when various healthcare providers who are the contributors to health records accord it with the required high priority and place it in the position of importance it really occupied in the sector. That's why I now say that, well, other members of their team, they have been saying health record is this, is that, is that. When they are taking decision, let them walk this talk so that health record can be given the high priority it deserves and occupy the position of importance it really deserves. Then all the shortcomings of health records keeping can be largely resolved by deployment of electronic medical records, especially in the area of storage capacity, accuracy, reliability, and promptness of service. With this, effective health record service will subsequently restore the confidence in Nigeria health care delivery system, and every other factor being equal. It can therefore be concluded that everything being equal, it is essential to have an effective health record service institutionalized in our health facility as one of the key drivers of quality healthcare services to restore the confidence in Nigeria healthcare delivery system. I thank you for your rapt attention.
Question? No question. Thank you very much, sir. The next on the agenda is the discussion that is going to take place. But before the discussion, let me the head of department, Health Information Management, share with the scholars of health science and technology to